Hey folks, it's Mark from Harmonics, where we give you the knowledge to get good on guitar. Harmonics is your home for easy to follow guitar lessons for all levels. Today's lesson is a pretty complex monster of a blues run. It starts with an ascending part, descends in fours, there's kind of a little kind of bluesy bit at the end, and then it finishes on the root. It's pretty complicated. But enough talk, let's check it out. Well, let's take a deep breath and get into it. So we're going to start with the 14 on the A with a downstroke. Then we go upstroke on the 12 on the D with our first finger, hammer to 14 with our third. Same again on the next string on the G with an up. Then on the B, another up, but this time to 15, normal pentatonic shape. Okay, and then we finish with an upstroke on 12 on the E. So the whole thing will look like this. Down, up, hammer, up, hammer, up, hammer, up. Once we get to this point, we're going to start our descending fours. And there's a lot of information to follow, so make sure you get this part right first. So we're starting with down on the 15 on the E with our third finger, and then we're pulling off to 14 with our second, 12 with our first, and then we're crossing over with a downstroke for 15 on the B. So we're starting with a down. We're starting this one with a down, but we're not going to start any of the other fours with a down, just this one. So it's going to be down, pull off, and then over on the 15 on the B with a down. It'll look like this. Then from there, we upstroke on the 14 with the second finger, pull off to 12, down on the B on the 15, and then a pull off to 12 here. Look, that will look like this. So the whole thing so far, the fourth part at least. Once we get there, 12 on the E with an up with our first finger, then over with our third to the B, and it's a down and a pull off to 12, and then downstroke with our second finger on the 14 on the G. So that'll look like this. Then our third finger comes over on the 15. That's an upstroke and a pull off to 12. Then we come over with our third finger onto the 14 on the G, and that's a downstroke and a pull off to 12. Okay, so let me put the whole thing together so far because it gets very confusing very quickly. Starting with a down. Okay, let me do that again really slowly. Okay, it's actually quite hard to do. You really need to take it very, very slowly and get the notes evenly spaced because your picking hand is going all over the place. And although it sounds like it's falling in fours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's actually really not that easy to do if you haven't done it before. So take it nice and slow. Once we get there, then it's an upstroke on the 12 on the B, a downstroke on the 14 on the G, pull off to the 12, then a downstroke on the 14 on the D, then we kind of roll our third finger over to 14 on the G with an upstroke, pull off to 12, then a downstroke on the 14 on the D, pull off to 12, then an upstroke on the G on the 12, followed by a downstroke on the 14 on the D, pull off to 12, and then over and a downstroke on the 14 on the A, of the very first note we started with this whole thing with. So that'll look like this, okay, from the very, 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 very beginning. Once we get here, there's one more set of fours, and that is 14 on the D string with an upstroke, pull off to 12. Then over to 14 on the A, pull off to 12 with a downstroke. So the descending fours pattern should look like this. Okay, and the final note was the 12 there. Then what we do from here, this is the third section now, if you like. Slide to 10 on the A immediately from that. So, and as soon as we get to this 10, we slide back to 12, hammer to 14, up on the 12 on the D, hammer to 14, up on the 12 on the G, hammer to 14, and once we've hammered that, we do a full bend to the pitch of 16. Then, while it's still at the top of the bend, our pinky comes over onto 15 on the B. We catch that with an upstroke and then downstroke the bend again and then release it like this. Okay, then it's a pull off to 12 on the G, an upstroke on the 14 on the D, and then once we've done that upstroke, we quickly come back down, do a double stop, which is G and B, fret 12, barred with our first finger, and I do like a quarter blues bend of both notes, like that. Let me show you what it looks like really slowly once the fours are finished. Okay, so I'll do the fours again just so I know where I am. Slide, slide, hammer, up, hammer, bend, pick, down, pull off, up. So part 4 is probably the easiest part of the whole thing. Once we've done this double stop, we come down to 14 on the D string, and we're playing a down and an up for 14 to 12 on the D. Then we're crossing over, we're playing a down on the 14 on the A, an up on the 13, a down on the 10. So we get this kind of flat 5 kind of chromatic thing. Then an upstroke on the 10 here quickly. And I actually bend it to the major note here. So rather than a quarter bend, I do a semitone bend. I bend it to the pitch of 11, which is a major note. So. And then I resolve on the E12 with my third finger and use some vibrato. So here's the beginning again. And I'll show you the right hand so you can see the picks again. And then the descending 4 section, section 2. Just remember, in order to start section 3, you must remember the final note of section 2 is this 12, because you must immediately go down to 10, slide back up to 12 and do section 3. Let me show you that from fret 10. So I'm assuming you finished the 4s run, you've ended on 12 on the A, and already slid down to 10. Finally, section 4. Okay, so the whole thing together, super slow. I hope you enjoyed that. Even if you have to take one section at a time and just get it really good, do that. There's a lot to this, so don't get frustrated if you don't get it straight away. Just take your time with it. And if you're using a metronome, go super slow and even out the notes, especially for the descending fourths part. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I'm going to leave a link to the rest of our advanced lessons up here. Thank you very much for watching today. I'm going to leave these videos for you to check out. Thank you for your time and patience with this one. Good luck with it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.